Student Leadership Council elections are next week. What you need to know before you cast your ballot. We'll tell you where and when to vote. The Prairie Path might be getting a little bit longer. We get the scoop on the proposed extension to the Illinois Prairie Path. And it's tax season. Need help filling out your taxes? We'll fill you in on the free tax preparation help provided at the college. All that and much more on this edition of Courier TV News. Hi, and thanks for joining us. I'm Briscel Martinez. Get out and vote. Online elections for the COD Student Leadership Council will be placed Tuesday, March 14th and Wednesday, March 15th. Everyone enrolled in classes this semester will be able to vote for student trustee, student body president, and student body vice president who take part in the college decision-making process and are called on by the administration to represent the students. This past Tuesday, voters had the chance to meet candidates and learn about their positions at the candidate forum held in the Student Service Center. All 7 candidates shared their platform statements and took part in a question and answer session for over an hour.
I was very happy to hear about the cultural center that's being created, and it seems like each and every candidate was intrigued by this idea and really wanted it to happen.
What I learned was their positions on what they stood for, because I wasn't really sure before, but actually hearing them talk about their positions and what they're passionate about and what motivates them to make this a better place was really actually helpful.
I am super optimistic about this entire election. Regardless of who wins, it's just exciting.
Make sure to cast your vote and get your voice heard. And for more information about the candidates and elections, contact the Office of Student Life at 630-942-2243. A former COD employee has pled guilty to defrauding the college out of more than $100,000. John J. Valenta worked at the college's jazz radio station, WDCB, for 14 years and repeatedly profited off the fraudulent invoices that he submitted to the station. After pleading guilty, Valenta is expected to serve between 6 to 10 years behind bars. The Standard & Poor's has revised the College of DuPage's bond rating outlook from negative to stable and affirmed its AA rating on the college's outstanding general obligations bond. The rating agency wrote in its March 1st rationale, we revised the outlook to stable based on the stabilized board governance and management conditions, including a new president, and our view that the college's probation status will likely be successfully resolved in 2017. In February of 2016, Standard & Poor's downgraded COD's bond rating from AAA to AA. This affected college's interest rate at which it could borrow money at. Local elections are on Tuesday, April 4th. With less than a month to go, local issues are starting to really heat up. Joining us in the newsroom is Nick Petrillo with more on this election season. Nick, what are some of the issues that voters will be heading to the polls for this election season?
Yes, Briscel, I talked to concerned voters about local high school referendums and the effects it could possibly have on their taxes.
Candidates aren't the only things vying for approval in this season's election. Multiple school districts are proposing referendums to purchase bonds to fund school improvements. Glen Ellen Elementary District 42 is asking for a small amount compared to the other districts, only $24 million.
It's specifically designed to address conditions at one of its middle schools, especially they kind of have a space issue there where they'd like to bring them into the middle school building as a whole right now.
On the other hand, Wheaton-Warrenville District 200 is asking for $132 million. It's a lot of money, but supporters say it will go a long way to help the district.
We feel like the referendum is well structured. It's been studied for 3 years by the school district, and they've looked at all the possible needs in the district, and they've prioritized the highest needs. It's not covering everything that everybody would like to have, but just those things that are absolutely needed in the district.
A more controversial referendum is Hinsdale District 86's. They're asking for $76 million, but some members of the community have concerns about how it will be spent.
I am not as opposed to it as the people who are on this campaign, but I do think that more of the budget should be allocated towards South just because our school is older, Our pool is much more dangerous than the Hinsdale Central. A lot of the money is going to go towards a new central pool. They're going to fill the old one and build a complete new one, which I think is ridiculous. Hinsdale Central already gets a lot more in taxes just because it's a richer area. So I think we should focus more on South than Central.
As of now, there's no telling whether or not the community will approve of these referendums, but if supporters or opponents of them are able to get out the vote, it could easily make a huge difference.
So it'll really come down to, I think, how well do these various school districts do in selling the need for this money that they're asking for, and then that'll pair along with how much more can people afford to pay.
Briscel, these are just a few of the school referendums that will be on the ballot April 4th. Voters in West Chicago School District 94 will be voting on a $37 million loan to renovate its aging school buildings.
Nick, you might not think so, but these could be one of the most heated races in this election season. And remember, on Tuesday, April 4th, CNTV will be bringing you primary election coverage at 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. We will have analysis, candidate reactions, and local and state coverage. CNTV Election Coverage 2017 will be available on YouTube and Facebook page at Courier TV and our website, codcourier.org. An Illinois interstate may get a new name, a popular chain store is closing some of its doors, and the Illinois Prairie Path may be getting a bit longer. Here's a look on your 1-minute community roundup in case you missed it. Some Illinois lawmakers want to honor President Barack Obama by naming the state's expressways after him. State Congressman LaShawn Ford of the 44th District has introduced a bill to rename I-55 between Cook County and East St. Louis for the former president. However, parts of I-55 are already named for Senator Adlai Stevenson and Senator Paul Simon. Legislators would have to decide how to handle the renaming of I-55. Another bill introduced by Congressman Robert Martwick is proposed to rename the I-294 Tri-State Tollway in honor of President Obama. Illinois Senator Tammy Duckworth says she's applying pressure in Washington for the funds to improve roads and bridges in our state. At a roundtable hosted by WBBM Radio, Senator Duckworth says she wants to work with President Trump as long as he sticks to his promise of improving the nation's infrastructure, including a substantial investment in Illinois. Duckworth says she's already met with incoming Secretary of Commerce Wilbur Ross and Transportation Secretary Elaine Chao. The H.H. Gregg Appliance Retailer is closing more than 80 stores nationwide, but for the most part, stores in our area will not be affected. The company says that more than 1,500 jobs in several states will be cut, including 85 in Illinois. Stores in Schaumburg and Arlington Heights will be closing by the end of April, but stores in the western suburbs, including Downers Grove, Naperville, and Geneva, will remain open. The company blames slow retail sales for the store closing. DuPage County will like its residents to have more opportunities to enjoy nature by improving better access to the Illinois Prairie Path. The proposed plan calls for the extension of the Great Western Trail from Sassafras Drive in West Chicago to the Illinois Prairie Path Elgin Branch. Officials from the DuPage County Division of Transportation held an informational meeting about the project last Wednesday at the West Chicago Public Library. April 15 Tax Day is approaching. Need help filling out your taxes? CNTV reporter Shannon Rand filled you in on free tax day preparation help provided at the college.
The college is offering free assistance with electronic preparations of state and federal tax returns on Saturday mornings through April 15th. Students in Accounting 2200, under instructor supervision, will help students, staff, and community members prepare 1040-IL, 1040, and Schedules A-B forms. Free assistance is also provided for Schedule C-EZ and Small Schedule Ds.
It reduces the burden on the government. It also reduces the burden on the people. It also increases the speed with which somebody gets their tax refund. We're pretty much open to anybody within reason, and we don't do very large, complicated returns, but we'll do any student's return. We try to do most of the faculty's returns who are available. We try to do all returns as long as they're pretty simple. We don't get into like multiple Schedule Cs or multiple Schedule Es or any type of like lots of stocks and bonds transactions. But if you got your typical return with income, maybe itemized deductions and stuff like that, we'll gladly do your return.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually pretty interesting. I did take a tax class before this, so I understand a little bit more of the terms now, and it's actually pretty nice to be able to see that everything come together, getting all the forms that people need, and it's really nice actually helping the people who don't know a lot about taxes. As a student, a lot of the accounting classes, they show you kind of the background to everything, and this class, it's a great opportunity, especially for a student. You're able to go out of the classroom setting, and you're still being taught by the professors and everything. So it's a good learning opportunity.
A diligent handful of students count columns and crunch numbers to help the COD community with filing their taxes.
It's quick and easy. You're in and out really quickly. It's free, so they do a great job. Everyone gets everything checked out.
I think, they're very reliable and knowledgeable about what they're doing, so I feel, at ease that they're preparing my taxes. So I would probably say that's best.
Sessions are from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Saturday, March 11th and April 15th in the Seton Computing Center, room 123. Participants must bring tax information, the previous year's return, and account numbers if participants would like direct deposit. For more information about the tax assistance help, please call 630-942-2140.
The Asia Committee will be presenting the 25th Annual Asia Symposium on China next week on March 14th and 15th in SRC 2000. This event will have presentations that focus on the country's culture, music, religion, and sociocultural trends. In addition, the event will feature martial arts demonstrations and fashion show and presentations about the region's history. This event is free and open to the public to attend. Looking for a little help with your homework and a quiet place to study this semester? The Learning Commons is promoting its services on Tuesday, March 14th by celebrating Pi Day. Math assistants and tutoring service representatives will be on hand handing out free slices of pizza from 11 to 1 and 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Come on down and find out how they can help you on your academic journey to success. To learn more, contact the Learning Commons at 630-942-3941. It's not too late to register for Spring 2017. Seats are available to enroll in the upcoming second 8-week session starting March 15th. Log on to MyAccess to register, make payments, and search for class sections. For more information, contact Student Registration Service at 630-942-2377. Students, staff, and officials from College of DuPage donned green and joined the festivities at Elmhurst's 21st Annual St. Patrick's Day Parade this past weekend. The college parade crew was one of more than 100 participating groups and included the COD Board Chairman Deanne Mazzocchi of Elmhurst, Secretary Frank Napolitano, Vice President David Olson, and President Dr. Ann Rondeau. The College DuPage crew, as well as representatives from the COD's Mac Center and WDCB, greeted parade goers along the route with candy and other giveaways as part of its 50th anniversary year. And if you missed it, the parade continues this weekend in downtown Naperville for their annual St. Patrick's Day Parade starting at 10 a.m. The Aurora Public Arts Commission has a new photography exhibit, Subtext, which features photography work by COD photography faculty and students. The photographs on display encompasses a creative range of subject matter that includes night exposures of Western rural landscapes, intimate family and home life scenes, creativity at the Burning Man's event, the beauty of horses in the Western landscape, and much more. Each photographer has found his or her artistic voice, nurtured by the creative environment of the College of DuPage Photography Department, either as an instructor, student, or graduate. The Subtext photography exhibit will be on display now through April 15th at the Aurora Public Art Commission. Paul McCartney will turn 75 this year, but some people claim that he isn't even alive. The debate comes to COD as Beatles fans argue whether or not Paul is dead. The event is hosted by Professor Moptop from XRT's Breakfast with the Beatles program. The photography program manager, Frank Jacques, will also be on hand to help mediate the chaos.
And I know a lot of the viewers, your viewers, may be too young for that controversy, but it was a big deal back in the day. And, you know, without social media like you have today, you'd be surprised how fast the rumor spread.
The event will take place Saturday, March 12th from noon to 3 in the MAC 153. It is free and open to the public. Thanks for watching this week's edition of Courier TV News. Before we leave you, we just wanted to remind you that it is time to spring forward this weekend. Don't forget to set your clock 1 hour ahead before you go to bed on Saturday. This will cost you 1 hour of sleep, but it will gain you 1 extra hour of daylight time. Thanks for watching and have a great weekend.
Thank you.